All right, guys, here we are, week 15. Still not quite back to normal. Mariah is still on quarantine, technically. Well, I guess this morning she's allowed to come out from her hole, so to speak. Husband Sean's still in for another day. They're both doing well. Debbie's feeling really, really good, so she went back to work last week. So that part of all this craziness is gone away, but hey, week 15, Funday Sunday Confidence. It was a perfect week, so to speak. Our weekly winner, Steve Brini, perfect sheet. Haven't seen one of those in quite a while, especially the way this year has been going. I didn't think we'd see a perfect sheet other than maybe perfect the opposite direction, that nobody got a game right. So congratulations, Steve. 91 out of 91 points, 13 out of 13 games right. And I'm going to tell you what, as I posted an email to everybody Monday night, boy, it was close. There was another person that only missed one game, and there was three people that only missed one game, and there was like 11 people that only missed two for minimal points. So it was a great week, pretty much top to bottom for everybody. So congratulations, Steve, on that perfect sheet. And having that perfect sheet as we go to our top 10, because we're not scrolling down here. Steve Brini and Chris Owsley were separated by 1 point, with Chris holding on to that top spot that he has for quite a few weeks. But there was a 5-point swing with that perfect sheet from Steve. Excuse me. So Chris Owsley has dropped down to number 2. G-Reg, number 3. Kevin Purcell and Bill Beat are tied for 4th place. I'm telling you guys, it's getting tight. I said it 1,000 times. I love this time of year. I love when it comes down to the wire. I remember several years ago, literally there was like 4 people, and it came down to the final game on that final Sunday, and it was separated by just a few points. So anyway, tied for 4th place, Kevin and Bill. In 5th place is Scott Sharp. Again, rolling out the top 10, Paul Mackenball, then myself, Andy Schaub, Susie Taylor, and Dustin Kinzer rounding out the top 10. So again, 11 people technically in the top 10. As I started posting in week 12 or after week 13, or on week 13, I believe, the tiebreaker scenario, which is the games picked right, which again, you take a look at that as I post that out there each week, and you can really see where the confidence points, I mean, that's why we call it the confidence pool, because it's all about where you put the points. It's not just getting those games right. So, we shall move on. Cheers, everybody. Let me move on to or what are the freaking odds? We'll try to get that in there and maybe help you guys with your picks this morning for those that have not got their picks done yet. We'll start with Mariah's team, even though she is not here this morning. We'll start with her team. Minnesota, division rival Minnesota at Chicago. Vegas is giving Chicago, the home team, 5.5 points. So they're not seeing this one too close, and neither are our pollsters. 83% for Minnesota, 17% for Chicago. Up next, my Bengals traveling out west to Denver. They really need this one. They're out of the hunt, right? Well, they're in the hunt, but they're out of the playoffs scenario right now in that top 7. So I think they're tied with the Browns. Actually, no, they're because they lost to the Browns. But anyway, so the Bengals, big game for them at Denver. Denver is given 2.5 points. So Vegas is saying this one's going to be close. Our pollsters are kind of saying the same thing. They got Cincinnati at 54% and Denver at 46%. I don't know. Depends on which Bengals team shows up and if Zach Taylor continues to handcuff Joey Franchise. All right, here's another somewhat close one. Houston at Jacksonville. Jacksonville making the making the change this week in the coaching staff. So that nightmare has ended for the fans and the team of Jacksonville. I think we all kind of knew that going in that Urban was not going to be a pro NFL coach. He's used to dealing with the college kids. But anyway, that is over. Jacksonville favored the home team. They're giving 5 points to Houston. 66% is what our pollsters are saying. Excuse me again, to 34% for Houston. Up next, another somewhat close one. Tennessee is at Pittsburgh. This is big for the Titans. They're going to need this. Pittsburgh pretty much mathematically out of it. This would put the nail in the coffin for them. Sorry, Squealers fans. But Pittsburgh, a home team, getting 1.5 points. So Vegas is seeing Tennessee with a slight edge, and our pollsters are looking at it more towards Tennessee at 68% and 32% for Pittsburgh. And finally, in our this week's What Are the Freakin' Odds, we always like to throw a little blowout out there. And boy, this is it. Arizona at Detroit. Detroit at home getting 13 points. Our pollsters see it the same way. 98% to a whopping 2% for the Lions. You never know with that one. I'm telling you what. Lions have been playing tough ball. They just some tough breaks and losing some close games, and then they've also been getting blown out. So, week 15, crazy week. Goodell going back on his word, saying there was absolutely going to be no postponement or cancellation of games due to the COVID situation. Well, in week 15, we found out that is not true. So that has kind of messed with our sheets a little bit as I sent out to everybody. I hope you got that email or saw it on our Facebook page. Due to the situation, we already had several people that turned in their sheets. We got people that do turn in their sheets early that had turned in their sheets before the announcement was made that they were moving those games to Monday and Tuesday. So what we decided to do with our little committee that we discuss these things, decided to keep the sheet the way it was, with the 2 games being flexed to Saturday. Last night's game of the Patriots and the Colts, good game. Colts, took care of business there. New England tried to come back. The Colts answered quickly and took care of that game. But anyway, so the Cleveland game for today or yesterday was canceled and moved to Monday. That is not on our sheet. We decided to keep that off because it was supposed to be played on Saturday. So the other 2 games, which is Washington at Philly and Seattle at the Rams, will be played on Tuesday. Those games are still on our sheets. We are going to use those games. So that means our results will not be out until Tuesday night, just like I do on Monday night, but it's going to be on Tuesday night, and we'll then know our Week 15 winner and how that overall is shaping up with then just 3 weeks to go. So this kind of craziness of me doing this solo is going to continue because we're now less than a week away from Christmas, and Debbie and I, are leaving for our place in Florida. So next week, I'll be coming to you. I don't know where I'm going to do it yet. I'm not sure. May go balcony. May go sit down on the beach. May sit poolside. I don't know. We may be at our favorite watering hole, which I guarantee that's where we're going to be to watch the games next Sunday. But I don't know where I'll shoot that video. Hell, I might go live. How fun would that be? So that's what we got next week, and then the last 2 weeks of the season, we should have Mariah and I back together again, doing our regular show with all the good extra fun stuff and the bells and the whistles. So with that being said, let me say everybody have a safe and Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next Sunday. So get those sheets in. I appreciate everybody that are using the new sheets. That helps me tremendously, copying everything over with as many as I have to copy with people not being able to turn in sheets. as they usually do. So again, everybody have a safe, wonderful Christmas, and we will see you next week, the day after Christmas. Good luck, week 15, and till then, Merry Christmas, and I am out.